Hi. Well, I'm going to be looking at the DAX today and kind of having a chat of, are you looking for the Holy Grail? And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy trader. And with it being Star Wars week this week, guess what I'm playing with? Yes, I do have all my toys on my desk. Whether I'm here at Winky's office or at home in my office, you need your toys, and I'm going to touch on that in just a moment. Now, what I'm actually trying to do with the channel is give you an insight into what I do for a living and maybe inspire you with your own trading. So if that sounds good, please click the subscribe button. It genuinely helps and motivates me to do more of this. And if you are stuck, by all means drop a comment below. So where are we up to? Well, it's coming into play now, which is the DAX. Now, if you saw the video that I did yesterday, I did a number of videos yesterday, funny enough. And the last one that I did was late at night, where I was using the DAX to top up my salary. Okay. And I got a couple of sort of messages saying, you were chasing the market and everything. I wasn't. It just so happened that it had set up last thing at night and I hadn't hit my targets for the day because I work on a sort of money target. I am not interested in the glory of chasing the market. I'm not interested in running for pips. I'm only interested in the money side of it. And that's how I look at my stop loss and targets, etc. It's always based on money.
Isn't that logical?
I'm just looking to get a salary. You know, there's none of the sort of Lambo situations or anything like that here. It's just me doing my job. And whoa, talking a job, the winger, this one here. Whoa.
You dirty old man.
Has done her job.
Made
me a coffee. Because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. He loves Winky as well. You know, well, he lusts Princess Leia and Wonder Woman because I'm an aging child.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But she is my Wonder Woman. Say. What am I banging on about? Right, sorry, yes. I had a couple of comments saying I was chasing the market. I didn't. I don't overtrade. I'll trade once, twice a day. And that is, or at least it will be when it fires up, the results that you saw yesterday. And as you say, it's only actually 2 trades. I break my trades. And what I mean by that is I will enter at different points to get a better price. Because you can't always time the market well. So that's why I break it. But this is kind of coming into play. It's just after 11. And what I was looking for was it to close in this zone, and it is doing that. It's bounced out, it's come back, it's closed in my red zone, and I'm now looking for it to move down. Okay, kind of what I was doing last night, because this was quite a large zone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop it to the 15-minute, and we're now looking to see if there is a setup for it. And it's not quite there yet, but it's not far away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera now. I'll come back to it when it's ready to trade. And then once I've completed the trade, I'm going to have a little chat afterward about the Holy Grail. Because I genuinely think most people think there's a secret system. And if you just have the keys, you get entered into the VIP club.
Are you serious?
It's not quite as simple as that. But I'm going to have a chat about it and kind of explain a little bit of the realities of trading.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, it's now 12:30. A little while ago I was talking with the Scruffs, as we can see here, and I put in a trade idea for the DAX and the euro dollar. Now that was done at, they are 11:24, just so they can see exactly what I'm up to. All right, so I've told them what I'm doing an hour before I'm taking the trade. Okay, and if you haven't seen this before, there's lots of sort of silly chat. We talk about Forex, indices, mindset, strategy, which is very important, which is sort of down here. All these strategies are there. And then there's a full library of private videos of strategies and hints and tips. So there's lots of information in there for the guys. Now, when I'm looking at this, what I was kind of saying to them was the setup was very... Oh, see that 2 in 1 day. How good is that? I like her. Honk, honk.
Splendid girl, and so helpful. Do you know she's been showing me how to stick the pole up?
I do, actually. Anyway, as I was saying, the setup was very similar to last night. Now, last night was a reasonable trade, and it never actually got out of this red zone. Now, because I've got plenty of time, and it's 12:30, I'll try and hold this trade. Now, what I'm going to start doing is moving down the time frame slightly to see what's going on. Now, as we can see, the wick is strong to the top there and the body is at the bottom, and the next candle is opening up red. Now, it is showing signs to the upside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing my orders around this black line down here. So certainly underneath these two. And then I'm just going to trail them down and hopefully get into this green zone. So if I move it to a 15, so now we can see. And you can see the makeup. You see it's come down, it's pushed up. It's trying, and it can't. And now the price is starting to break down. Now, what I've got to sort of be concerned with is this section here, because that's a range. Is it going to continue just to bounce along like that? Well, I think it's going to break. Simply because it's tried to go up. It's tried to go up so many times. Go back to the hour. You can see it's tried. And you can see the formation here. You know, it's pushing up, but it can't. The sellers are there. The sellers are there. And this is what we want. So we're going to take it down to a 5 minute. I'm going to start putting our orders in now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, why do I count 5? Because I kind of want a logical point of entry. If you've got a strong drive like this, it doesn't work. When they're kind of clustered up, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of down here, brushing this section. So we're going to put a couple of orders in to start with. Just kind of on the bottom side. Now I'm going to be quite aggressive with this. I'm going to put one in at 20, and then I'm going to put another one at about 60. And why is that? Because we're in uncharted territory at the minute, and I do think this is going to break down somewhat. Certainly get underneath here. Now, these two trades on their own will generate a good amount of money. As you can see, that's going to give 100. This one down here will be 3. So that's like 400 in profit if it just breaks to the bottom of here. Now, what I'm also going to do, because there is a lot of pressure pushing down, I'm going to put a third order in. But this order is going to be set at 10. And every time it cashes out, I'm going to wait for it to build up bounce it up if you like. But I'm going to be objective. I'm going to put that down there, well out of the way. So I'm going to put that third order in now. Just like so, just at 10. Okay. Right. Okay. So you may see me putting order after order in a moment. All right. So why have I put that down there? Well, I kind of know where the measure point is because it was touching the bottom of this. So as soon as it breaks that, I'll kind of be starting to pull into break even, and I'm just going to see if it'll run. Now, the other order to 10, in fact, I think what we'll do is we'll pull that down to here. So it's pushing the bottoms of that. Because once it breaks this, I think we're in for a good shout. So let's have a look. All right. All the elements are there for a good move. Right, okay. So I'm going to speed it up, but what you're going to see doing, and I'll kind of explain it a little bit at the end when I'm touching on the Holy Grail. Up to this black line, I'm going to bounce the price. What does that mean? Every time it gets there, I am going to be taking so much off the table. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll let it go there. I'll take £4 off, let a pound run. Watch it come back up, take it back in, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. When it breaks down, I'm just going to kind of bounce in and around the red zone. So I may put orders in and out. But once it breaks this zone, I will leave it alone. Why am I doing that? It's because the DAX is quite a dangerous market and I want to get it to a risk-free situation and be paid relatively quickly. Okay, so let me do some concentration on it, get some work done, and I'll come back to you at the end. Okay guys, stopped out. Am I worried? Not really, because that's one of the things of trading. You don't know what the future is, because none of us have got one of these. But what we can do is read the conditions and then just trade what we see. Now it's 25 to 4. I could start bouncing again if I wanted to, but I've achieved my wages. And let's have a look and see what we've done before I sort of do a summary. There we go. I can live with that. I really can. That's not bad for an afternoon's work. And if you look at the range where it was just bouncing backwards and forwards within this. If it broke through, I was looking for the drop. Let's see what tomorrow brings. But I don't really want to sit on it overnight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head home because it's getting late, and I'll catch you in the office. And then I kind of just want to touch on a subject that I think catches out a lot of people. Okay guys, so I'm home, got my coffee, and we're going to have a little chat about the Holy Grail, or what I perceive the Holy Grail to be. You see, most people think that the Holy Grail is a special set of indicators that when it points this way and another one points that way, that's it. That is the secret formula, and you're locked out of the secret club. Doesn't quite work like that. The Holy Grail, if it exists, is one thing, and it is money management.
You have chosen wisely.
Now, the trade you've just seen me take was as simple as it gets. It's a key level, an area of attraction, if you like, and an idea of a direction. And all I did within it, as I explained, was as it moves down to a certain point, I'll take so much off the table and leave a portion of it to run. So I'm being paid, but leaving a little bit on the table at the same time. And I constantly did it as the market oscillates between the little zone that I'd marked out. So what it was essentially doing was it was paying me while the noise is there and building up a position as well. So if it ran, it would have paid me a lot. But in the process of taking money off the table, I'm reducing my risk all the time. And I often get sort of stuck into me saying, your stops are too big. Well, they're not. They're just well managed. I know where my real point of pain is, but I'll buy into the market as it moves against me, because I genuinely believe the market will go against me before I go into it. So I'll put a little bit in, and then I'll add to the trade. I'll build a position up. But at the same time, in those bounces, I'm being paid and building a position up as well. So it's all one trade, just looks a lot. And that is my money management situation. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to reduce my risk constantly, so I take money off. I'm also looking to build multiple small positions so that I can sort out targets if they run, which will pay me more. And over a period of time, it pays me very well. Now, the main crux of this was, but you make money every day. You seem to be hit the market exactly right all the time. I don't. I can pick pretty much the direction of the market because I do my homework. I study high time frames and I work my way down, multiple time analysis. And if you can get the direction right, it'll forgive a bad entry. And that's where averaging in comes into it as well, or Scruffy madness as it's nicknamed. But when it comes to the Holy Grail, yes, the money management is, I guess, the Holy Grail, as I said, but it's actually yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do I have patience? Do I have discipline not to trade? And that's the key thing. That's your Holy Grail, not to trade. Now, I know you're scratching your head. What do I mean, not to trade? How many times do you open up the laptop or go to your computer and just think, right, I'm here, I need to trade. Well, give me a trade. And you can't find anything in your normal sort of basket, because you should only really be looking at 3 or 4 products if you're unsure. But then you start going through all 28 pairs looking for a trade. You can't find it in the 28. So you start working your way through the indices. You know, you look at the Dow, you look at the S&P 500, you look at the Russell, the FTSE, DAX, CAC. Then you look at Spain, then you look at Italy. Can't find anything there. So you start going through commodities. Gold, silver, copper. Can't find anything there. So you start going through soft commodities. What you're basically doing is chasing the market. And you're trying desperately to find a trade without actually following your rules. So look in the mirror and just say, can I not trade? Because what you really want to be doing is, if you're day trading and you're looking for a trade to be completed within a 24-hour period, you only really want to look at the majors. And there isn't that many. Euro dollar, it's cable, it's pound JPY, Aussie dollar, 4. That's about it. You know, you can start looking at some of the major minor crosses, Euro CAD sort of thing, or Euro JPY. But that's still only 6 markets. I personally look at 8, and I'll be lucky if I trade one of them. Because out of the 8 that I look at, which is predominantly, it's the FTSE, the DAX, the NASDAQ, oil, US JPY, cable, euro, dollar, and pound yen. They're the 8 that I mainly look at. And even the US JPY, I don't look at that one that much because it doesn't move that much. But what I'm getting at is, that's my bread and butter. That's what I look at each day. And at least one of them will give me one setup. Now, I might have to wait. I might have to wait from 7 in the morning till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But once that setup comes, I can then capitalize on it, the same as what you just seen on that trade. So it's essentially one trade idea on one market on one day. That is my Holy Grail. Patience. But running up to that point, I don't have to trade. And that's why I spend a lot of time, and the guys in the Discord will tell you, I clown around and I take the mickey like there's no tomorrow. In fact, we had a jolly time this afternoon. So this afternoon we were doing the markups, etc. I'm putting in my 2 penneth as we go. That is there today. So apparently I'm an artist, and then it all starts kicking off because we just genuinely wind each other up like there's no tomorrow. And it's all in good humour, you know, trigger each other. But it's not all about that as well. We are very serious about what we're looking at. We discuss it fully. We go through the mindset. Yes, we take on Mickey. And then we come to here and we definitely enjoy ourselves. Okay. That is my current stats from the 5%ers fund. If you're interested, there's links below. Over the last sort of 3 weeks, pulled in, well, 1,094 pips. So it's not all just merriment. It's bang on what we are looking at as well. And, well, there you go. Anyway, get back to it. Yes, Chris, that was for you because you said I wouldn't dare put it up. Sorry. You have to enjoy yourself, but you have to relieve the boredom. So I guess while I'm wrapping this up, ultimately, less is more is your holy grail. Look for 2 to 3 markets if you're unsure. Have a strict set of rules and only trade once. And you'll find at the end of the week you have more money than you did opening a laptop, looking at 50 markets, trying to chase every wave, every single movement on a 5-minute chart, than you will looking on an hourly chart with one product one day. Simple. It's my kind of theory to it anyway. That is your holy grail. There are no magic pill. There's no combination of indicators. I do use indicators. And what they do is they tell me when the markets are at extremes, etc. But then it's the price itself that I look at. And I show you that constantly. If you're interested, by all means contact me. I'm very easy found. And I'm very amenable because I do genuinely answer everybody who contacts me. So it was just something to think about. And I'd be interested in your thoughts. If you have ever found the Holy Grail, let me know. I'll definitely love to speak to you, and hopefully we'll share some comments. So, as always, guys, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.